What is going on, guys? Drastic Jr. back again with another video. And if you're new to the channel, you're probably wondering what is this on my screen right now and why does it look like I've already read it. Well, it's an old text-based horror slash adventure game called My Father's Long Legs, and I don't know why it I don't know where I just didn't do it anymore. I don't know why. And like, it's something I want to bring back because along with Franbo, because Franbo I want to keep playing and I'm enjoying it, but I want to bring this back because it's something that you guys really enjoyed, because you liked my the uncle works for Nintendo and you were digging this too, and I just stopped it. I don't know why, so I'm bringing it back. Hope you guys will watch it and join me on this exciting adventure. And I'm obviously gonna put the link for the first video down in the description below, so you guys can catch up on the story if you're new, or if you want to just refresh your memory if you're old to the subscriber base I've had. So let's jump right in. It's gonna be exciting. Yeah, buddy. Alright. In the earlier days when I sat on the stairs and watched him work, my father had given me dozens of flippant reasons for his project, seeking dinosaur bones. All of these excuses had lost currency by this point, of course, and when asked what he was doing, as my father told me his religious visitor had inquired, my father had other things to say. Alright, so we can either choose seeking dinosaur bones or other things to say. I kind of want to pick other things to say because seeking dinosaur bones is not really what seems like going on with their pops. So let's click other things to say. Ow. This is not the real world, my father would say, or something along those lines. There you go. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. That has nothing to do with dinosaur bones. So let's jump. Let's keep going. It's getting juicy. What we think is the real world is just a layer of dirt caked around the true core of the universe. Pretty dark. And what is dirt? Inert matter, dead weight, the remains of those who came and went before us, content only, further pressed down upon creation with their waste. There was a time when human beings were giants walking upon a small earth, but now the earth has grown fat and hateful with our soil, while we have grown small. Staring here, I'm scraping away this sediment, our coagulated filth, and returning us to our original glory. Sounds interesting. I assemble this manifesto from memory, from variations, iterations, and variations. From various iterations and variations. Tongue twister right there. Father offered us over the years, and certainly it was the sort of heresy that had offended my brother's erstwhile friend. Still, they were not satisfactory answers to us then, and would not be satisfactory for my brother as he huddled, fearing hell in my bed. But frankly, I had no other answer for him, and let the matter lapse into silence, which is perhaps why all those years later he urged me to come with him back to our father's house. Alright. It seemed my brother wanted to put his mind at ease by checking up on our father, who had been left alone now for slightly longer than we had lived with him. On the one hand, I appreciated my father's sentiment, even if I felt it was misplaced. On the other hand, I knew I could not stop him. His feelings toward father had always been more lenient. The only question was, would I go along with him, or let him make the visit on his own? Okay, so basically it seems like it's giving us the choice to go with our brother to figure out what the hell's going on, or let him go by himself. We're going to go with bro, because if we don't go with him, he's probably going to die. Let's go along with him. We decided upon a day to visit our childhood home, where we assumed our father still lived, and decided to meet there one afternoon the following week. But there must have been somewhere been a miscommunication. Let's see if that's looking good on the record. Hey, Yoshi. I was late. I must have been late. The alternative is that, for his own purpose, my brother arrived early to see our father before I did. Oh, come on. No, you didn't. And I do not wish to contemplate why that would be. Oh, boy. This is gonna be bad. The town was considerably less industrial than it had been, though. The taste of industry still laced our water and air. The old neighborhood, not the most affluent, even in its former times, had fallen into further disrepair. The house up and down the block stood weathered and it seemed empty. The sidewalks buckled around thick protrusions of sickly weeds which reached out into the potholed street, protruding fingers of the overgrown lawns. The only sign of habitation was a single car, my brother's car, parked outside our hold on. Oh my God, dude, why? Why'd you go by yourself? Why'd you go before your other brother? I feel this is gonna turn sour. I already know, but let's continue. My brother's car. Let's go get. The doors were locked. The windows were rolled up. A hand pressed to the hood told me it was not warm. But apart from that, I had no way of guessing how long the vehicle had been there unattended. Ahead, the house waited. Oh boy. I'm pretty sure if you didn't go with them, it probably would have ended there, or something along the lines of that. It seemed not much different from the rest of the buildings, scraped down the gray bones by the elements. The windows were gone, without even slivers of glass remaining, and the porch had bowed and now held a stagnant pool of rainwater. The front door stood open at an angle, its lowermost hinge having rusted and snapped in two. Stepping carefully on the rotten porch, I slipped inside and found myself in the old living room. The floor was littered with trash and chunks of plaster dropped from the ceiling. The television was gone, though a lighter patch and the shredded wallpaper marked its former location. The couch had collapsed and now seemed covered with mounds of some sort of gray mold or fungus. Ahead was a central hallway of the house, and I could see that the door to the basement had been wholly removed. Oh boy. I called on my brother's name, then stood for a moment, looking down into the unremitting darkness. Oh boy. Of course the power was out. It was probably disconnected long ago, but a flashlight lay on the floor just outside the basement entrance. My brother's? The flashlight seemed quite new. I flicked it on and pointed it down the basement, but it penetrated far enough only to reveal the foot of the stairs. I called my brother's name again and waited. There was still no response. Assuming the basement was anything like as I had last seen it, my brother could have easily gotten hurt if he went down without his flashlight. He might have been laying down there just beyond the stairs unconscious. I had to make sure. Flashlight ready, I went into the basement. Here we go, guys. It's about to get serious. Oh no, don't do this to me. Oh, this is so spooky. I love this. This is so cool. I knew my father had done quite a bit of work in this decade since we left. This is so much cooler than my father's right now. I went down, I called for my brother. I walked to the left, I walked to the right. Oh my god. This is so cool. I'm sorry, I'm getting excited. I love these games. They're so interesting. Alright, so I went down, I called for my brother. Should we call for him? Let's go. I'm like kind of scared for a jump. Oh, no. Okay, 38 is fine. Okay, I walked to the left, I went down. I called for my brother again. I turned right. The musty oats filled my nostril. Around me there was nothing but darkness. No answer? Oh boy. No, don't follow the sound of digging. How long have I been down here? I turned right. Was I going in circles? How would I even be able to tell? I followed the sound of digging. I took a downward sloping patch to the left. I followed the sound of digging, the path my father had eaten through. The search stretched out in all directions. There was no sign of my brother. I turned right. Was I going in circles? Where was my brother? I followed the sound of digging. In the distance, the sound of shoveling did not break its rhythm, as if the digger did not know or care I was there. I followed this. Followed the sound. I followed forward. Followed the sound of digging. Don't you even dare. Don't you dare. I did not find my brother. I do not know what to tell our mother. I do not know where to go from here, what to do. It is true, I gave up my search, but once I saw what lived there, had been living there for all those years, or more precisely what had grown there, I ran from the basement. Somehow by my own luck, or by some other's design, I made it out of that darkness, though my brother has not. There is a chance that I think that he may still be alive. My guilt is heavy, do not doubt that, but it is outweighed by the fear I experienced when I came face to face with that terrible result of father's attempt renovations of the rotted world. I once told my brother there is no such place as hell. But wherever my brother is now, I wonder if he's grown as tall as our father. My father's long legs. So wait, did his dad turn into a giant? I was kind of expecting a jump scare. That was cool. I like the sounds at the end and the fact that it did that. My father's a Twine game by Michael Lutz. Website, Twitter. I'll put that in. Well, he got his website and his Twitter. I'm gonna put both of those in the link in the description. And special thanks to Spam Beta Reading Inspirations. That's pretty cool. You got inspirations from people. Cool. Flashlight effect from here. I love that. Yeah, the flashlight effect was really cool. But yeah, that was one of the endings. We're gonna play more so we can get more of them. We're gonna try to get we're gonna try to go like the brother route and stuff, and we're gonna actually try to find our brother because I'm pretty sure there's at least more than 2 endings, probably 3 or 4 or something. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave feedback in the comment section below. Leave a like also if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to join the Army, become Drastic today, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.